He paid $12,000 for this duplex. All right, guys, today I'm here with my man Danny, extraordinary wholesaler out of the Charlotte, North Carolina area market. Does a lot on the outskirts of Charlotte. And when I say a lot, he does a whole lot. And he started out the way I got started out, when I tell you guys to start out, which is driving for dollars. And he uses the Deal Machine app. And if you're not familiar with the Deal Machine app, it's basically everything I did when I first got started, but I had to do it with pen and paper. But the app just makes everything much simpler. And if you use my link, DoruTools.com, you can actually get 150 free skips or about a few free postcards. So, but you have to do it within the 7-day free trial. But it's a great app. I use it in my business. He became successful because he was willing to do the work. But Danny, first things first, thank you for coming on, man. You got this duplex for $12,000. The Charlotte metro area. When I say the Charlotte metro area, I'm talking about the surrounding counties and all that. You can't find anything for $12,000 just about right now. It's on, the market's on fire. I mean, still on fire. But let me ask you this question. How long have you been involved in real estate? How long have you been doing real estate?
So from a technical aspect, I've been involved in real estate for like 10 years.
Okay.
But I never really did anything up until maybe about 4 years ago. I was involved in other aspects of real estate, like I used to drive around taking pictures of foreclosure houses for all the banks. Okay. Stuff like that. Now I look back and I'm like, man, it prepped me for driving for dollars, because now I know how to identify vacants, and they basically train me to identify whether a property is vacant or not, which clearly this one has been vacant for years. But then once I moved on to, doing other things, like I used to draft for a land survey company, so whenever you get a mortgage and the survey that comes with it, I usually drafted it.
Okay.
Then from there, I was like, man, I need to make more money, because, I was making like between 30 to 50 a year. Some years were good, some years weren't. And then I was actually reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I heard him talk about assigning a contract for a building that he got under contract and making like, I think it was like $500,000.
Yeah.
And I was like, hold up, what? I was like, nah, this can't even be possible. This just sounds too good to be true. So then I started, I went on to YouTube University, same as everybody else. I found videos of you and Max, and I was like, oh man, these guys are actually making money off of this.
Yeah.
I was like, so this is for real. So then I started looking into it, and I took a piece from what Max said, and he was like, go around, the nicest neighborhoods and find the ugliest house in the nicest neighborhoods. So that's what I did. I drove around, drove forever. This was like one of the first houses that I ever wrote down in my little notebook. It was like my wife was writing it down and I was driving. And then after a while, I finally got my first deal putting out bandit signs. And then from bandit signs, I couldn't get any traction. And it was because I sucked at follow-ups. I wasn't marketing enough, and I wasn't being consistent. I made like $1,600 off of that first deal. It's hilarious. Buyer jerked me around forever.
My first deal was actually $2,000 after paying my mentor, took home $1,300. But you got proof of concept.
Yes. Man, that was $1 million check for me.
There you go, right.
Yeah, I cashed that check from a mobile app. I was like, I can't believe this worked. I did it. It was a huge achievement. And then went on to, all right, how do I replicate this, find more deals? And I put out more bandit signs. I got another deal from it, actually where I met my partner. From there, me and him actually hadn't partnered up. We had kept in touch with each other, be like, yo, man, what have you been doing? I told him what I've been doing. And then one day I told him, I was like, hey, man, why don't we just join forces and try something that I don't even know if it's going to work or not, but we could split it 50-50. And basically, I called all of this entire area, over 500 houses, and we got our first deal. And we made like a $15,000 assignment fee off of that.
Okay.
Then after that, I was like, yo, we gotta try to replicate this. We kept calling and calling. And then that's when I was like, you know what, this isn't working. I went driving for dollars again, but I was trying to be cheap and not use the Deal Machine app, and I was screenshotting properties on my phone. And then we were trying to convert it into a CSV file later, and that was a nightmare.
Right.
I was like, you know what, let's pay the $40. We already had made like maybe about $35,000 in assignment fees already. And I was like, let's just use the Deal Machine app and go driving.
Right.
And then I went out, I would go pound the streets, and then we'd call. And then next thing you know, we're getting 1 to 2 deals a month consistently. And then that first year in 2020, we had made like about $350,000 in assignment fees. And then 2021, we made about $875,000.
Okay.
And then this year we'll probably make around 1.5
Okay.
to 2 million.
All right, did you guys hear that? You know, so it started just like that, man. Just from him hitting the payment, drawing for dollars, doing the work. You guys complain, but you're not willing to do the work. If you stop complaining and do the work, you'll get the results. How long you been in the North Carolina area?
I've been here 9 years.
9 years you been in the North Carolina area. Where did you grow up at?
I grew up in Hollywood, Florida, which is just north of Miami.
Okay.
Spent most of my life down there. Spent a couple years in Orlando. That's pretty much it.
How did you grow up? Middle class, lower class?
Definitely not middle class. I mean, my family, I can definitely say that, you know, they made enough for us not to struggle, but, you know, they work normal 9-to-5 jobs, making barely minimum wage, maybe a little bit above.
Okay.
They got no college education. I don't either.
Okay, all right. And you just, basically, you just a hard worker.
Yeah.
All right, and yeah.
I've
so-
had like 20-something jobs over the past couple of years.
Okay. Yeah, I can't keep. After college, I'm going to start from after college. I got fired before jobs after college. I always got fired, but after college, I had about 4 jobs, and the last one fired me. But I was always getting fired all my life, so it wasn't never a big deal. But I just knew working for somebody else was just not for me. By the time this video would be out, man, it'd be 10 years since I got fired. So
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
a decade, man. All right, so what we're gonna do now? We're gonna go on the tour of this this duplex and see what we have here. And make sure you guys stick around, because at the end of the video, we're gonna discuss the numbers and really break down and tell you how much this joint is worth and all that, man. I'm gonna tell you a story about what I used to buy these houses for. So now we're walking into this particular property. There's no electricity or nothing like that. Please excuse the toilets when you see them. Somebody had a blowout, so. All right, so we're entering through the back door. And if you go to the back door, this is the bathroom over here. But I want you to look at this toilet. Not the toilet, the tub. I'm sorry. Look at this tub. I want you to look at this tub. That's the old classic tub. Try not to focus on that toilet, because that toilet is, yeah, somebody had a blowout. But if you look at this toilet, man, I mean this tub, bro, that's a classic joint, man. If he can refinish that, bro, yeah, people like that. Definitely got to raise the ceiling back here if possible. So Danny, we're in the kitchen. What happened here, man?
I don't know. So the people that owned it actually were living in it in this condition, and I guess since there isn't an actual bedroom in here, they cut the wall open and they were just using this as one whole house. But it's still considered a multi-family duplex.
Yeah. They cut a hole in the wall. I guess they, said, hey, now I have 2 bathrooms.
2 bathrooms and 2 kitchens.
Yeah, 2 bathrooms, 2 kitchens. This is a mansion. This is your kitchen. Oh, this is old school for real. It's safe to say this probably was last updated in the 70s.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, as far as the ownership of the house, this house has been inherited like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I can see that. Because this stuff ain't even around no more. All right, so we go through here. Now we're in the front of the house, though, bro. Like, okay, I'm missing something here. All right, what I'm missing, I know we're in a duplex, but to me it's like a living room. What is this?
Yeah, so this is a living room. So I'm guessing back when they built this house, I think this house was built like in 1910. Everybody slept out in the living room. Living room, and they had a kitchen. And I don't know how they made this work, but this is basically, I guess you consider this a studio, because you got your front door right there, so the access to this unit is right there, and then the access to the other unit is on the other side of that closet.
Okay, and this is your closet here. So what you would have to do, get additional space out of the attic, is basically this would be a living room / bedroom. So, okay, all right, so like a studio apartment. Fortunately, this is the area for it. This is like the ritzy area of Gastonia. So this is like, yeah, you know what I mean, man. The artsy. Yeah. So, all right, so you have living room / bedroom, your kitchen, your bathroom. Let's walk over to the other side in this man-made crossover door, so boom, and now we're in unit 2. That just simple like that. All right.
Yeah.
So All right, I just want you to look at this, guys. Somebody had the nerve to have an alarm system on this property. Like, what are they gonna steal? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they had the nerve.
That's a brand new system too. I didn't even know.
That's a brand new one, bro.
Brand new.
That's like at least it's less than 10 years old. So if somebody stole out of here, they would be doing him a favor.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that I don't know what that's about. But let's walk over here. So we're in your kitchen. Yeah, they got the fuse joints. All right, so this is your bathroom. You got a stand-up shower. Old school, boy. A stand-up shower.
I don't even know.
Wow. Yeah.
Shaky.
A stand-up shower and a terrible toilet. And
there was a sink there, but I think half of it is over there somewhere. Somebody busted it up.
Yeah, somebody busted it up. Got some free demo for you, but so that's your bathroom in this unit. So let's go back into the kitchen. They got that old. Well, somebody did update the piping. They tried it. They update the piping. Those cabinets, guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, these cabinets, you cannot get these no more. This is like real wood. This is real. This is not like fake panel. This is real wood. I mean, of course, the condition is terrible. These are okay up there, but once she renovates the house, it makes sense to go all new because getting this stuff replaced and staying is going to be, it makes the job more difficult. All right, same setup over here, which is your living room / bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay, they took down the ceiling. Your ceiling's on the floor, the drop ceiling, which is a good thing. Took that down. But hey, guys, all right, this right here, this is not the fake wood paneling. This is the real wood. This is actually real wood right here. I personally think, and comment below, I think he should keep this. I painted this in the Rehab before just so I can keep it, but I think he should keep this because this is the real stuff. And unless the electrician breaks it when he's taking it down, updating all the electrical in here. But if he can nicely take this off, very few can. Most of the newer guys, they can just rip it down to get to where they need to get to run new wire. But few of the old school guys know how this works and know how to unhook and take this down. But that's some beautiful stuff, man. Here, if you know this area, this is like the artsy area. If you living in a major city, it's like the artsy area this time. It's a lot going on. It's the place you want to live. They're bringing the entertainment into this area, etc. They're investing a lot. Is this the best area of this town? No. There are better areas, but this is a great area. And let me say this to you, Danny. Whenever I find someone living in a house of this condition, I can pretty much guarantee the tall can. I can guarantee you will find a tall can in this joint.
Yeah,
now,
there's some OEs in the other room.
So I knew it. It's because they just gotta drink their pain away. Yeah. So yeah, man. Like if you from Jersey, right? Tall cans. You from up north? Tall cans. You can refer to the tall Timberland boots you guys see me in sometime, or those right here what they drink in the morning. Oh yeah, he about to go to the store and go get a tall can or a tall boy. That's what we called it in Jersey. But yeah, your life sucks. You gotta drink the tall boy. Yeah. All right. Let's go out here. Okay, Danny, after walking through the house, let's talk about numbers, right? You're able to get this for $12,000.
Yeah.
If you had the budget of Rehab, what would you budget?
I know on the low end, this thing is gonna take at least $100,000 minimum.
Yeah.
Electrical and plumbing need to be updated. This asbestos siding needs to be covered up, needs a new roof, needs both HVAC units because there is absolutely nothing. And then probably gas lines even run because some of the gas is still out here.
All right, so the low end 100. If you had on the high end, what's the high end?
Probably about 150,000.
I was gonna say that.
Maybe 175.
Yeah. All right, let's use the 150 number, the conservative number, right? So you paid 12,000 for it. You put in 150,000, so you'll be in 162. If you were to rent this, right, for a studio apartment, how much can you get if you kept this the same exact floor plan?
If I kept the same exact floor plan, we'd probably be around $1,000 a month, roughly.
Okay.
Maybe even up to $1,200. Depending.
Okay. Yeah. So bringing about $2,400 a month.
Yeah.
On the same exact floor plan, but I think on the 150, I think you can get that upstairs out of here in the 150.
Yeah.
I think you can get the upstairs out of here, which would be adding the bedroom upstairs. Now for a one, what would you think? Like
If it was if we kept it a duplex, I know a 2-1. If I could get a 2-1 out of both sides, I know I could get at least $1,300 to $1,400 easy. Because rents around here for a regular 3-bedroom is about like $1,600.
Okay. You actually showed me my Airbnb in this area.
Yeah, I did.
You showed me my area. This is a hell of an area for an Airbnb. So,
I actually bought a house down the block from your house.
oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. And guys, this guy's a wholesaler, right? And I know sometimes, you don't label yourself a wholesaler. It limits your thinking, la. No, he owns property. I own property. When people ask, hey, I wholesale houses, or I might say, hey, I'm a real estate investor. Sometimes I wholesale. Sometimes I renovate houses. Sometimes I fix and flip. It just all depends on what makes sense for me, and he does the same thing. But the best benefit about being a wholesaler is you're finding a deal that nobody else has, and you can make a decision to keep that or not. And that's why in my academy, I don't teach wholesaling, only wholesaling. I teach wholesaling and rentals, all right? So I teach both of that in the Duru squad, right? Because I want you to have both skills. Once you start making money, like this guy say he's making, once you start crossing 6 figures, I don't want you to just go buy a Gucci belt and some Gucci shoes to match. You know what I mean? I want you to own some property, get some assets, start building that up. Then if you want some liabilities, have those assets pay for the liabilities. You add that up, but I think with this current design, as a studio with the Airbnb that I do extremely well, if you can figure out how to keep that fireplace on that side. I don't remember a fireplace being on this side.
It might be behind the wall.
Could be behind the wall, but I think that'll do extremely well because with the stuff that's different does well on Airbnb.
Yeah.
The stuff that's different does well on Airbnb. So
when it looks exactly the same, I noticed that it stays on the market longer. But when it's like got something in there that just comes out at you, people want to stay in it for some reason.
People want to stay in it because it's a studio, so they can do Lord knows what. You know what I mean? Living room / studio. And then they can go to the baseball game. They get a new food hall.
There's a brewery open up right next to the baseball field.
They can do whatever. They can walk around the area. So, all right, Danny, this is what people want to know. Hypothetically speaking, let's say you did the normal rehab. You came out in $100,000, got a good price. You kept the exact same floor plan, came out with $100,000. You bought it for 12, $100,000. What is this house worth?
Before I even give you that number, how about I'll give you something even better? I bought this for $12,000. Right now, in its current condition, street value, I could sell it for $85,000, and somebody will pick it up like this.
Yeah.
If I put the work into it, I know if I put $100,000 into this, I know I can pull another $100,000 out of it, easy. I mean, and that's just on the conservative side. Even if I had to put a little bit more money into it and convert it into a duplex, I could still pull out $100,000 or up to maybe even $150,000, roughly.
Okay. On the low end conservative side, you're saying this is probably worth about $275 when done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That's probably worth about $275.
Actually, I'd be more. I'd be making over $150,000 profit.
He has intentions on keeping it, which is great. But I think if you did the $150 plus the $12,000, I think you could probably push $375. You can get 2-bedroom, a 2-1 out of each side, 2-1 out of each side. I think the $275. The only thing your designer will have to figure out getting them a shower, a bathroom upstairs or something with the bedrooms upstairs. But if you could, I think you could definitely push $300,000 because I mean our market. That's just the way things are. That's just the way things are going.
So a block from here, there's a house fully renovated. It's about 1,500 square feet. It went for $310,000 maybe about a month ago. And that was just one single level floor plan. I think it was a 2-1. It's not even a 3-bedroom.
Guys, things is crazy up here. It's crazy in the Charlotte market. Even though the interest rates will go up, it's still crazy here. People want this stuff. So all right, now, Danny, you're actually killing it. You're getting deals you're sending out deals every month. I haven't bought anything from you in a while, but I have bought some stuff from you. And let me ask you this, right? Somebody want to get in touch with you. How do they get in touch with you? Could you give me your social media your handles?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find me on Dan Buys Houses on YouTube, Dan Buys Houses on Instagram. Even email me, dan.buys.instagram@gmail.com. If you got any deals, send them my way too.
Say that email one more time.
dan.buys.instagram@gmail.com.
Okay. I know you're active on Instagram. You put some stuff out, and so we're gonna put all the social media down below in the description so you can holler at them. But before I let you guys go, right, I got a question for you guys. What would you do? Would you put the 100,000, 112, conservatively be worth 275, keep the same exact floor plan, and do Airbnb, or would you do the 150, do the rental, and probably get about 1,400 east side, because it'll probably be a 2-2, and you get 1,400 east side, bringing in 2,800 a month? Or would you do the 12,000? You bought it for 12,000 already, so you own it. Put 100 into it. Just do Airbnb on both sides, or just rent one side out, 1,100 for one side, and do an Airbnb on the other side. What would you do in this situation? Which plan of action would you take? Comment below, man. And yeah, Danny, man, we're gonna put your social media stuff right back on the screen, man. Hopefully, you know, people will follow you, bro. But you're really killing it. I'm proud of you, man. You know, it's humbling to be, you know, one of the people that you first discovered when you started.
Yeah, man, it's funny because like I even went out to one of your meetings like right before I started like really pounding it. It was a new build that you had out in Noda.
In Noda.
Yeah, it was the weird shape house that it tapered off to the back.
Yeah.
That was the house I went out to, and I was like, man, this is nice. I gotta go harder. Once I saw that, I was like, man, I gotta really go harder.
Appreciate that,
Yeah.
bro. I'm actually going to put that video in the video so that you can click on that and watch that next. Also, please make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel to keep us growing and pushing us in the algorithm. And as usual, I'm Nasser, aka the real estate guru. I'm not a guru, I'm a guru, because I actually do this business. Peace.